Welcome back, Eric, the Big E Arnold. I don't feel big, and I don't feel another losing night here in the secondary studio. It's the middle of the night, darkest hours of the night. I ripped that off of Stobe the Hobo. I like his videos. Too bad he's dead. What is it? The 24th of February. In 4 wins, 5 losses, 1 tie. We have 9 games for you here on Wednesday. I know that there's the secondary studio, not my first choice because I'm just too lazy to clear the snow away from the barn so I can get in there and do my normal studio. Although we did have one comment here that somebody likes the secondary studio. One of my, subscribers. He didn't have a name. It's just like his avatar is just like some militaristic fist with a lightning bolt or something. I don't even know what to call him. Mr. Fist. So at any rate, he likes it. My wife thinks I look creepy in the secondary studio. We were winning, now we're losing. Now we're just a creepy loser. So let's see, what do we got? Let's get to it. We started out 2-0, and I thought, man, we're going to have a good night. We're going to have a good night, and we had Ohio. I still do not know what happened here. I have this marked down. Ohio was a 2-point favorite. We liked Ohio. The game ultimately ended up Ohio as a 5-point underdog. And the 2 best Ohio guys didn't play, and I still can't figure out why. I just, before I made the video, I read some, Ohio fan. This has to be a COVID thing. It just has to be a COVID thing. There is just a complete lack of information out there on pretty much any team that's not a Power 5 or 6 conference. I mean, how the hell could the 2 best players not play on a MAC team and nobody knows why? I don't know why. I guess it's out there somewhere, but I didn't find it. Anyway, they didn't play. So, the line is, 5, and somehow Ohio won anyway. I still don't know why the hell these guys didn't play. Were they hurt? Are they suspended? Did they not have a mask on? Some goddamn thing. Well, anyway, I guess we got, either we were so right or we just got lucky. Who knows? So that was a win. The model really liked Georgia State for some reason. I mean, they really thought Georgia State was going to cover that game, and by God, it did. I can't believe it. So there are 2 winners, 2 relatively easy winners. So I'm feeling good. And then, it's UMass runaway loser, never in it. And then Illinois, God almighty. I don't know. I saw like the first 3 minutes of that game and I thought, I think I'm in the wrong place here. I mean, this is a very lazy effort being given here by Illinois. Very lazy. And, sure enough, that Michigan State just crushed them. And it's, I don't know if I want to indict Illinois or praise Michigan State. I mean, I was thinking, it's like, well, it's possible maybe these blue bloods are starting to, they all draft these great players, these freshmen, super talented, and maybe they just haven't had enough time to mesh these guys into some kind of working unit, and it's, whereas normally they would be gelling 3 weeks earlier, and they're just getting now to, starting to play like, good collegiate teams, if you will. So I don't know, maybe do we look out now for Michigan State? I don't know. I wish I could spot where these, that's why I told you in one video, and I think it has 6 viewers, so I'll say it again. Somebody said one time, the people that win in this business are the people that have it. And I thought, that rings true to me. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't think I've ever had it. It's been a lifetime search for it. I haven't found it yet. Still haven't found it. Don't know if I'll ever find it. But, I can't tell when a team's going to just shit themselves. There were probably people in Michigan State going, oh, yeah, you knew they were going, Illinois was going to shit themselves. I mean, you just knew it. It's like, no, I actually did not just know it. I did not know it at all. They, like I said, I don't know if that's an indictment on Illinois. I don't. Yeah, well, so that's over. That was a loss. Mistake. Just a mistake. So what else we got? TCU West Virginia. Son of a bitch. Another half-point loss. And, I tell myself these narrow losses, don't get upset. Don't get upset. You'll get a close win down the road that'll offset this one. And I'm starting to wonder if that's all just bullshit. In other words, you never get a close win. That never averages out. Those close games that you miss by that much, you never pick up a win to even that out. I'm starting to think that. So, pissed off, not happy. Florida, that was a winner. I think we were going to win this goddamn game anyway, but Sharif Cooper for Auburn did not play. They're talking like he might not play again. Sharif Cooper, we hardly knew ye. Played his 5 games in college and straight to the pros, I guess. So, Florida, I think, like I said, they're playing pretty well. I thought we were going to win that one. So, Penn State, they should have won this goddamn game. They should have covered the spread. They had this game at least 2 different times and just refused to play any defense. Just refused. Nebraska has one kid that, can score. And Penn State just, their defense on him was, well, after he's done scoring, we'll take the ball out of the basket and then we'll go down and try to score 2. Ultimately, that was a winning strategy. They won the game, but they did not cover the 6. Son of a bitch. The kid I was focused on, and I guess this is why I don't know Dick, is because I looked in the box score and this kid had like 29 points, and I was like, okay, I thought he was the go-to the game. I mean, to me, he looked terrible. Maybe I was just focusing on his defense, but apparently he found time to score 29 points. I know what points he did not score was on the one steal he got where he stole the pass at half court near the end of the game where it could go either way, and he's busting in there, and he's going to get the breakaway layup. And rather than just making sure he gets the breakaway layup, he goes for the big hammer time dunk, and he fucks it up. He fucks it up, and that's the ball game. All he had to do was do a layup. Couldn't. No, he went for the big hammer dunk, blew it, and we lose. So, son of a bitch. I know people that are pros that win at this game. Don't rant and rave, and don't blame the basketball players or the football or whatever players for their foolishness. But obviously I'm a losing player, so hey, I'm just venting right now because I'm pissed, frustrated, just venting. So I know it's not a winning formula. I just can't help myself. I mean, it's all I could do to not stick a fork in my head. What else? Yeah, Washington. I mean, I told myself earlier in the year that we'd avoid these bad coaches, these guys that are going to be fired, and, you know, the guy wins a game or two, and, you know, it just sucked me in. He's going to save his job. He's a good coach. He's not a good coach. This team got buried by 30 points. I mean, if I'm his AD, how do I not can this guy? Your team just quit on you. They just completely quit. How do we bring you back? And I'm along for the ride. That was a model special. I mean, the model must, I don't know. You know, when you're playing huge underdogs, you're going to get a shitty coach. In fact, you're probably going to get a lot of shitty coaches. I'm not sure how the model squares that. At the moment, it doesn't. Thank God for Dan Hurley. God, sorry, I called you Bobby. Dan Hurley saves the night. If he hadn't won this game, we probably wouldn't make this video. We just would have fucking gone to bed and said the hell with it. Because, I was really angry, and it looked like, for a while there, it looked like Georgetown was going to, get the W. But UConn, that team does enough. They do enough. I mean, there'll be moments where you'll look at them and go, why am I on this team? They have so many passengers on that team that just exasperates you. That team could be so good if they just had a couple more tough guys on that team. But they did enough, and they got it done over Georgetown, which I've never thought was any damn good. It seems like that's the only damn team I ever get right is, I play against Georgetown, and usually I get those W's. But, and then this Kansas game, god damn, I mean, another 0. This time I was right, where I looked at the box score after the game, I'm like, I don't think Kansas' 0 played very well. And sure enough, I was right. He did not play well. It's like their two best players played like shit. The other one is that big guy, the center, McCormick. To look at him, he looks like, he's an NBA Hall of Famer, he looks like. He's got the NBA body. He's got, you can see him doing the moves. He just can't play. And, they fed him all night. I think he ended up with 12 points. How is that possible? It is fouled out with, them up a point, a minute 30 to go, he fouls out. It's like, well, that was it. I guess my thought on Kansas was there was two guys down the stretch I was looking to see who would take the shots. And, of course, Zero grabbed the ball, and he took most of the shots, missed them all. Another upperclassman, he grabbed one, took a shot my favorite shot, the air ball from 5 feet, where you drive in there and you throw it off the glass, and you were 3 feet away when you shot the ball, and the ball misses the rim by 4 feet. I hate that shot, man. So, not even close down the stretch. The two underclassmen, those were the guys I wanted to see if they would take any shots at all. I think one's name was Braun, the other one was Jalen something or other. Jalen, he did have the ball there, I guess, with down 2 with 10 seconds to go, and he takes it, and he's had enough. He's going to take a shot. And he blows by his man. He's all alone, going in for a layup. He's going to score, and he throws it out of bounds. Just throws it off his knee out of bounds. It's like, oh, God. So, what can you do? But, anyway, that's me venting over what should have been a winning night. I hope you didn't actually listen to all that. I hope you fast-forwarded it. What's next? So let's go over the Wednesday. Hell, it'll be Wednesday morning by the time I actually get this video up. Oh, we got Kent State 4.5 over Ball State. I don't remember why. I think we just think Kent State's significantly better than Ball State. Kent State has I think a coaching edge over Ball State. Here's another model game, Hampton. Did we not just lose with these guys and it wasn't close? I think this exact same matchup too. So here we're doing it again. I expect we'll get the same fucking result. Another loss. But we'll take it. Sure, why not? Now this one I actually like. I mean, take that for what you will. But North Carolina State's actually won a couple games now. They've won a couple in a row. 11.5 points. Virginia. I mean, Virginia doesn't score a lot of points. I mean, this is almost like, against a high-scoring team, this would be like getting 15, 16 points. So, Virginia coming off a loss. I just think North Carolina State should be able to stay close here. It seems like you're getting value with North Carolina State. Now these next ones, I mean, the Citadel, we just had these guys and they got blown out by 30 goddamn points. And I wasn't going to write this down, and I thought, look, either you believe in this shit or you don't. And so I thought, well, I guess I believe in it, So I think it makes sense. I think the argument here makes sense, despite the fact that these kids just get trashed by 30 points. I mean, how bad could this team be? They're above 500. I know there are probably some high school wins in there, but still, I mean, there should be effort there. Isn't this like a military academy? I mean, don't they beat these kids or shoot them or something if they don't give effort? So there should be effort there. FURMAN is looking ahead to another big game. I forget who they're playing. It's a team that they're either going to be, it's either a pick 'em or an underdog type team. So they're looking ahead to that next game. It's either East Tennessee State or Wofford. I forget which. And that's the thinking. This is a look-ahead game. A Citadel, 16.5 points. FURMAN is just going to coast. Maybe the second half, just play some, backups, rest these guys for the big game over the weekend. That's the thinking. This next game, same thing. Western Carolina, UNC Greensboro, same deal. Greensboro looking ahead to a big matchup over the weekend with a conference rival, if you will, looking past Western Carolina. So that's the hope. That's what we're hoping for here. This works in the NFL like, it's worked forever. So I think it works in college basketball too. Right now, nothing that it normally works seems to be working. but we're going to try it. We'll try it. North Carolina Marquette, I like this game. I thought about this, and it's like Roy Williams, he got a Duke guy. That coach of Marquette is a Duke guy, right? Wojciechowski? That's a Duke guy. So you got a Duke guy to schedule him in a throw-in game so both teams can get some work. We're buying North Carolina. They crushed Louisville, blew them out by 40, 50 points. I think that's good. How else do I read that? There's got to be some talent on this North Carolina team. I wonder if they blow wide open dunks on the fast break. I bet they don't. How else do you score 99 points? You must be slamming some of those through the rim. So I'm thinking North Carolina, this should be a high-scoring game. I don't think Marquette plays a lot of defense. At least that's what I've heard on a Fox broadcast. So it must be true. In a high-scoring game, we're only laying 8. Yeah, give me North Carolina. Absolutely. At home. Yeah, I think this North Carolina team's getting better. I think they're getting better. So we'll lay the 8. I don't think that's a big price to pay. Take the Tar Heels. Oh, we struggled with this one. I don't know if we have it right or not. This is a kind of a playoff game, if you will. If you like who needs it more type games. I mean, this is like a playoff matchup, really. You got Rutgers, you got Indiana. Indiana, if they don't get this game, they're probably not going to the tournament. And that could be the end of Archie Miller. The internet wants him canned. So he needs this game. But then Rutgers kind of needs this game too. I went back and forth with this, and this is just kind of a feel. I just kind of think Rutgers is better than Indiana. Rutgers already beat those guys out there at Bloomington by 4 points. They've beaten them, I think, 4 out of the last 5 times. I just think that this Rutgers team is playing well enough right now. I mean, they shit themselves against Maryland. But I thought that was a good spot for Maryland. So I'm kind of hoping Rutgers bounces off of that and plays this is this should be, they need, I think, 2 more wins. And this needs to be one of them. And we're going to say Rutgers gets this one. That's just kind of a guess, just a feel. DePaul, CREIGHTON, another deal here where you're getting a huge number of points in conference. DePaul was not that far off these guys when they lost earlier in the season. I think it was a 7-point loss. CREIGHTON's been off a week, 7-8 days. They just beat Villanova, huge win. So I'm thinking they whole week tell themselves how great they are. Now they come back with DePaul. How do you get up for that? How do you go from Villanova to DePaul? How do you get up for that? And they've been off a week, so maybe those threes just a little off, just bounce off the rim a little bit, and DePaul hangs in there, maybe loses by 13 or so. How's that? And then lastly, this big game in the SEC. These are my 2 favorite SEC teams, Arkansas and Alabama. I looked at the box score of the previous matchup earlier this year where Alabama beat these guys by like 31 points. Just trashed them. But a lot of Arkansas's best players didn't play or were coming off some kind of injuries or had limited minutes. And it feels, I didn't do a hell of a lot of research on it. It just felt like they were shorthanded in that first game. Now I think they mostly have a full deck. And yeah, we're just kind of going ahead here and say Arkansas, Alabama, they've mostly got the regular season SEC title wrapped up. They need basically 1 more win. They got 3 more to go. They're not going to lose all 3. Arkansas, I think, is still building, towards, what they think might be a tournament run. I think Alabama, they're not building necessarily. They're just kind of resting. They know that they've got a good team, and maybe now might just be a good time for them to just take a break, just take a little siesta, and then ramp it up again in the SEC tournament. That's the thinking. We're going to take the home team. We're taking Arkansas. So there you have it. Thanks for everybody that's coming through. The viewership is, picked up, if certainly not the wins. But, I So I guess you guys are just coming through just to say, well, all right, that makes sense. Okay, that makes no sense. He has no idea what he's doing there, so we'll take the opposite there. If you're doing that and you're coming up some winners, good for you. Good for you. To make a well, never mind. Those comments, I thought about that. It's like, I know I'm losing. When it's in the comment section, it's like, do I like that? I like comments, but then, telling me what I already know, that I'm losing, I'm not sure that makes me feel good. It certainly doesn't make me a better handicapper. But anyway, hey, I'm a libertarian, so do whatever the hell you want. I'm not going to stop you. I see I have the power to stop you. I get to approve everything. But, for now, hey, free for all. Say whatever you want. Thanks, good. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Let me get this done so I can get the hell to bed. Thanks. We'll see you again. Signing off. Eric Arnold out.